Rosh Hashaná, Yom Kipur are called judgment days. It's a day of judgment. God is judging. And that's why it's called days of awe. It's awesome, scary. Judgment. But we have to understand judgment correctly, otherwise we get a very bad picture of God. Judgment doesn't mean punishment. If every time there's a judgment you automatically get punished, then there's no judgment. Judgment means considering what you deserve. If it's always punishment, then something's wrong. Then it's not real judgment. I don't know why we think, judgment? Oh, we're in trouble. Well, let's see. Maybe the judgment is that we're not in trouble. In the olden days, when Jews lived in Israel, and we had a Bet HaMikdash in Yerushalayim, not in Sao Paulo, and we had prophets teaching us, and we had the miracles that happened constantly, and we're living in the Holy Land, and all Jews are there, and you sin, something has to change. You need serious help. So the day of judgment could be punishment, because you have no excuse for sinning. You have everything good. But look at the difference. 2,000 years later, no Bet HaMikdash, no prophets, no miracles, no Holy Land. 2,000 years of suffering. After putting us through this experience, keeping us in exile for 2,000 years, running away from one country to come to another country where they like Jews for a couple of years, then they decide to hate Jews and they have to run to another. Our experience has been so terrible that after all of that, is it possible that God is angry at a Jew today because the Jew did a sin? He puts us through this impossible history, and then he's angry at us because we did a sin? It's not possible. Yom Kippur today doesn't mean we need to be forgiven. Today Yom Kippur means God wants to forgive us. Why? Because he feels terrible. So he's begging us, please let me forgive you. Because I put you through this. So if you stop and think, who created sin? God. Who created the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination? God. Who put us in exile? God. Who keeps us in exile? And then he blames us because we forgot to do a mitzvah? It's not possible. Yom Kippur today means God takes responsibility for the sins and he wants to forgive us. So why is it called Days of Awe? What's so scary? What's scary is if somebody loves you more than you can give back, you feel terrible. You feel small. I can't love you the way you love me. That makes you feel small, and that's scary. When God says, I'll take the blame. It's my fault. I just want you to come so I can forgive you. Can you love him like that? That's the scary part. Sometimes being loved is scary because you can't love so much. You can't love as well. And anything that makes you feel humble is also called fear, awe. What does it mean to be in awe of something? it makes you feel small. Sometimes love makes you feel small. So we shouldn't think of Yom Kippur or the days of awe and the day of judgment. Shouldn't think of it in a negative punishment, suffering. God forbid. To say that God is going to punish a Jew for doing a sin means that God has no morality. That's not judgment. The judgment is Jews deserve reward for being Jewish, not punishment for forgetting a mitzvah.